It is no surprise whatsoever, but once again, WWE has decided to do what we fans like to call the post WrestleMania mass releases. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute, mass releases? Did WWE release the big stars already? In a matter of speaking, they kind of did, but at the same time, some of them were completely unexpected. But the question is, who got released, and was it the right thing to do? Honestly, a lot of them, they were not the right thing to do. But who got released? Well, interestingly enough, Interestingly enough, this was again pretty interesting because most of the talent that got released from WWE, they were being used on TV a lot. They were being used on TV a lot, and they were in big title fights over the course of the last few months or so, and they just instantly got released. So who did get released from WWE? Well, the list is as followed: Luca Crucifino, Malik Blade, Trill London, Serena Linton, Tyra May Steele, Chris Island, Tyson DuPont, Tariq Igwe, Dante Chen, Zoe Stark, Santos Escobar, and these last few will shock you: Alba Fire, Apollo Crews, Zelina Vega, Aleister Black, and these last three are going to shock you, like, completely. The Motor City Machine Guns, Kyrie Sane, and all the members of the Wyatt Six. Yeah, you heard me right. This is not clickbait. I'm not clickbaiting you guys to watch this video or in any capacity. This was some real shit. And we found out yesterday that WWE has indeed released all these superstars of their contracts entirely. Some of them I'm not surprised about, just because we didn't really see them, on TV that much anyway. You know, like Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. They were once known as the High Rise alongside Wes Lee, or I guess now Desmond Xavier, I think is his name. And when they first started in NXT, they were one of the hottest tag teams going at that point. But then once they aligned themselves with Wes Lee to form High Rise, their careers instantly went downhill. So I'm not surprised on that. Chris Island, he's scheduled to be a part of season 3 of LFG tomorrow night. So it'll be interesting to see how far he goes in season 3, because he did pretty well in seasons 1 and 2. But I think season 2 he got a lot less farther than he did in season 1. And then Tyra May Steele, I mean, I don't know why they would release the first winner, literally the season 1 winner of LFG. I don't get why they would do that, because Tyra May Steele, she was said to be one of the biggest stars in NXT. And then she ended up on WWE Evolve. She had a few title matches over the Evolve Women's Championship. She had a shot at the Women's Speed Championship at one point in her career. And now she's off WWE TV. Like, she's gone. She's released. I don't get it. I honestly don't. Like if you're gonna turn if like like if there's someone that's gonna win LFG and you're gonna make them a star, well then what was the point of signing of trying to turn them into stars when they were just gonna get released in the first place, if that makes sense. What was the point? Serena Linton, Trill London, definitely was expected. I know that Trill London had a few cameo matches, if you will, on WWE Evolve. Serena Linton, we didn't see much of her at all since the last season of LFG, so I think it's safe to say that that these that those two did not surprise me. Malik Blade is a unique one because the only reason why he got released was because from what I know and from what I've seen on social media, he did make a few appearances on on NXT house shows over the last few months or so. But since then, we didn't really see much of him on Evolve. We didn't see him on 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 NXT in any capacity. So it's a bit upsetting, but definitely was expected. And then Luca Crucifino, man, I don't know why the hell WWE would do that to him, because we saw him this past Wednesday on Evolve as he teamed with oh my god, I cannot think of his name. Um Tate Wilder? Yeah. Yeah, as he teamed with Tate Wilder to take on Cam Hendricks and Jason Diggs, I think is his name. I could be wrong. I think that's his name. Let's see. Let's see. Um let's see. I believe that was indeed the case. I think that was the case. Yeah, it was Cam Hendricks and Jason Diggs. I think Jason Diggs was his name, if I remember right. I could be, I think that was it. I don't remember, but um yeah, but yeah, it was a losing effort, but he was quite the star on NXT, be as part of the D'Angelo family, as Tony D'Angelo's consigliere. And people forget that he helped Tony D'Angelo and Stacks become NXT tag team champions. Helped Tony D become NXT Heritage Cup champion, North American champion, and yet it resulted in him being a part of Evolve, but ultimately just getting released in the end. Dante Chen, man, the gatekeeper of Evolve slash NXT. I'm not surprised. I knew that Dante Chen was going to end up in NXT for a long time, and that was the case. I mean, he had been a part of WWE for 5 years, and had well over 120 plus matches throughout the 5 years that he had been with WWE, but there was no way he was ever gonna be a big shot in WWE. Now, am I saying that like it's a bad thing? No, I'm not. But I can say that at some point with a guy like Dante Chen, you have to ask yourself if you truly did accomplish your goals in WWE, and for Dante, he seems like he did. Um, Zoe Stark. I mean, to be fair, she got injured. She suffered a knee injury in 2025. I wasn't surprised, but I mean, she could have done a lot on the main roster, but it is what it is. Santos Escobar, we did see him in AAA over the last few months. But Santos Escobar, after being with WWE for about what 6 years now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. For 6 years, ever since COVID struck, um, the guy's done. He did a lot. He did quite a bit. I mean, the guy's a former cruiserweight champion. Once was a member of the LWO. I mean, the guy did a lot in WWE, but it was all for naught. Alba Fire. I mean, again, much like Santos, she was used on TV a lot, helping Chelsea Green as her secret harvest, if you will. And with Alba Fire now gone from WWE, it's only a matter of time before Chelsea Green has to realize, oh shit, now I gotta do this shit on my own terms. And I think we could very may well see a babyface Chelsea Green in the future, which is possible. Apollo Crews. This one's a weird one because Apollo Crews had just been back on TV within the last year and a half, and it's really weird because one of his biggest accomplishments overall in WWE was becoming United States champion, becoming Intercontinental champion, and having an instant classic against Braun Breaker over the NXT title several years ago when he was working NXT full time for several months, and now this happens. So yeah. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. This one makes no sense. This one makes no sense to me because Aleister Black had just came back to WWE last year. Just last year, literally right around this time last year, and he had been in at least what 4 dozen I think 4 dozen matches since he came back, and had been in the ring with some of the best imaginable, including guys like Carmelo Hayes, guys like Sami Zayn, guys like Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, guys like Damian Priest, just to name a few. And now, after only a year, he's gone. He literally is released. And as far as Zelina Vega goes, I mean, she had been with WWE for at least a decade, literally a decade, and she's a former women's tag team champion. She had an incredible performance at Backlash in 2023, back in where was it, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, against Rhea Ripley over the SmackDown Women's title. And not only that, she's also the first ever Queen of the Ring winner, which we all thought that was gonna take her career beyond beyond our wildest dreams. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That did not happen. But let's also not forget she's also a former United States champion as well. And this. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. Not much else to say. The Motor City Machine Guns. This one was another weird one because they had just gotten signed a couple years ago. And in their third match in WWE, they instantly became WWE tag team champions. But once they lost the tag team titles, their careers just went downhill. I mean, yeah, sure, they did have a few opportunities at the tag titles over time, and their big accomplishment was competing at SummerSlam in that ladder match last year, competing in the 2 out of 3 falls match against DIY last year in 2025 at the Royal Rumble. But after that, I mean, everything just went downhill. I mean, they were said to be one of the greatest tag teams on the planet, and they were said to be two of the biggest stars in the tag team division in WWE. But now that is not the case. Now for Kairi Sane, I mean, what can I say? I think we know why. It's because of Asuka. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it real. It's because of Asuka that Kairi Sane got released. The emotional abuse that Kairi Sane had taken at the hands of Asuka over the last several months has just been absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. And Kairi had only been with WWE for only a few years. In fact, I believe I think she came back in 2023. Was it? Yeah, I think it was 2023. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I was right. Actually, I was right. I was right. Kairi Sane returned to WWE at Crown Jewel in 2023. To help Io Sky retain the WWE Women's Championship when Io cashed in Money in the Bank to win that title in the first place. From that point up until now, Kairi's won tag team gold on one, maybe 2 separate occasions if I remember correctly. And once we got past WrestleMania, we moved into the Raw after WrestleMania this past Monday, and it all just went downhill. It immediately went downhill from there. In fact, Kairi and Rhea lost to Kairi and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, lost to Rhea and Io this past Monday on Raw, and we did not expect that match to be Io's last match ever in WWE. But here we are. And as far as the White Six go, I mean, they were on top of the world. They were being used on TV excuse me, damn near every single week, literally defending the tag team titles against every single tag team imaginable. The Machine Guns, DIY, the Street Profits, the MFTs, um, just the amount, just the amount of tag teams were that would step up to to the White Six was just insane. And one of their biggest highlights, if you will, was their entrance was their entrance last year at Clash in Paris, where everybody in Paris were singing Bray Wyatt's theme song. Yeah. And now at this point, not much left to go on. Not only that, we also found out as well that apparently Andre Chase, Cruz del Toro, and a couple others also got released. Andre Chase, I'm not surprised about because we knew that Chase University was never gonna last long. Even after when Chase brought it back, it was never gonna last long. We knew it wasn't gonna. And the moment we saw Uriah Connors join Birthright, we knew that Chase University was dead. We knew. And then Cruz del Toro, I mean the guy has become arguably one of the most talented guys that we've ever seen in like a minute. And we saw him excuse me. We've seen him make multiple appearances in over in AAA, on WWE main event over the last couple of months. I just don't know. I honestly don't know. A lot of these releases were not surprising at all. You know, like again, Tyra May Steele, Trill London, Dante Chen, Zoe Stark. Those ones, those releases didn't surprise me at all. But the White Six, Kairi Sane, the Machine Guns, those were the ones that surprised me the most because of the fact that they were being used on TV a lot. And and just when you thought that the Machine Guns were getting their mojo back, I honestly don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say except damn. But now the question becomes this. Is there a chance that we can see them back in WWE? Yes. 100%. The answer is yes. At some point, within the next few years or so, yes, we will see them back in WWE. Could we see the Machine Guns back in WWE? 100%. Absolutely, we can see them back in WWE. Kairi Sane, the exact same thing. The White Six, we can definitely see them back in WWE. But as far as like everyone else, you know, like Alba Fire, Apollo Crews, there is a possibility that we could see them back in WWE. But at some point, I think it's gonna take some time before we do see them back. But I think give it about a couple years or so, we could definitely see them back. But in their place, obviously, are stars from NXT, which included Sol Ruka, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Joe Hendry, who apparently will be a part of the Raw roster full time. all the members of Fatal Influence, as we saw them last night on SmackDown, attack Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, the women's tag team champions Brie Bella and Paige, and of course as well the WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. I think it's safe to say that WWE it's in good hands. And again with this massive releases, we could see them back, but only time will tell. But I do want to get your guys' opinion on this matter. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this mass amount of releases, and let me know which one surprised you the most. And with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.